welcome back. Today I am interviewing my daughter Cordelia because we have been working very hard on a special project for over a year now. And we're very excited to talk about the card game that we have created called The Play's the Thing. And it is a card game. What's the theme of the card game?
Shakespeare.
It is based upon Shakespeare because both of us like Shakespeare, and we've read a whole lot of plays together. So, we wanted to just talk a little bit about why this is a really cool game and why you should check it out. You can, if you like, go on over to my Patreon, and there you can help support the creation of this game, and you can get lots of cool extra bonus things, like there's a lore book that has cool little stuff about Shakespeare and the plays and how they connect to the game. Which is really fun. I do card reveals over there. I'm just starting to do those. And then if you are on the highest tier, you even get a print and play version of the game, so you can print it off and play it yourself. So you should check that out. But for now, we're going to talk about what this game is all about and why it's really fun. So one of the things to think about at the beginning, since this is a Shakespeare-themed game, a lot of people like Shakespeare, but there are people out there who haven't read a lot of Shakespeare yet. Maybe they've only read 1 or 2 plays in school, maybe, and they're like, I don't know a lot about Shakespeare. This game has a lot of Shakespeare in it. Do you have to know a lot about Shakespeare in order to play this game?
No, you don't. You can just play it. We have played with some people who don't know much about Shakespeare, and they still really enjoyed the game. There are some references to Shakespeare that you would get if you have read Shakespeare and stuff that are cool.
Kind of a lot, actually.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes.
I think we referenced 32 plays
Okay.
all throughout the game. So there's a lot of Shakespeare references. But yeah, you can play the game without knowing anything about Shakespeare. Is it still fun that way? Or is it?
Yes.
Definitely. Because it's a game that if you like games where you like strategy and you like to come up with lots of creative ways to outwit your opponents, you're going to enjoy this game. And in the process, I don't know, you might get deeper into the world of Shakespeare.
What are some of the strategies you can use in this game?
Well, there are lots and lots of strategies. We said this was a strategy game, and the game is all about trying to win applause. Like you're putting on a Shakespeare play and you're trying to get applause. And so you have these little applause tokens, which are kind of like your scoring points. And so when you complete certain deeds of renown, then you get applause. Do you remember what some of the deeds of renown are in the game?
Yes, you can marry people and get points. You can kill people. You can revenge and
yes,
things.
Absolutely. So tell me more about marriage, how that works in the game.
So there's we have engagement cards,
Mm-hmm.
and you just play them on a person. You can do star-crossed lovers, people across the table, or your own cast. And then you just you play a priest and marry. So
Okay, so you have engagement cards and priest cards to help you marry.
Yes.
You mentioned star-crossed lovers. What does that mean? Explain that a little bit more.
So you marry someone in somebody else's cast or players.
Yes. So your cards are laid out on the table. You have your different characters in your cast, but every other player has their own cast, right? And so if one of your characters marries somebody else's character, that's bonus points, right?
Yes.
Star-crossed love. You can also murder people. You mentioned killing people.
Yes.
Yeah, how do you kill people in this game?
There's weapons, and you can put them on characters, and then you can just use turns to attack people, basically.
Yep.
So.
And the weapons are all weapons from Shakespeare plays,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
There's a bear bodkin and a happy dagger.
Yes.
And so you can use those to fight with and kill people if you want to kill people. Some of the games turn out more like romantic comedies with love and marriage, and some are kind of tragic, and there's a lot of death. I remember one time when you and your brother just killed me over and over and over again. But then there's been other times where there's lots of marriage. So that's one of the cool things, is the game kind of goes differently every single time you play it, which makes it a whole lot of fun. There's also manipulator characters, so not only can you marry and murder, but you can also manipulate people, right? You can steal someone's fiance away from them right before they get to marry somebody. Or there's also magic characters like Titania and Oberon, and they can enchant you. So you can do those kinds of actions, and those also give you points. There's all kinds of ways to get points in this game. and each one is fun. And so you never really know which way the game is going to go. Lots of big, exciting actions. So we talked about how, like, you can know Shakespeare or you cannot know Shakespeare. Now, I love Shakespeare, and you like Shakespeare too, right?
Yes.
What's one of your favorite Shakespeare plays?
As You Like It.
As You Like It is really, really fun. And there's lots of As You Like It characters in this game. I think because both of us really like that play.
Yes.
You can know Shakespeare really well, and it's a lot of fun because you see all the references. But we also said you can play this game and have fun with it even if you don't know Shakespeare. So, if you are a person who's coming to this game with maybe just like one Shakespeare play you've read, or you don't really know Shakespeare at all, is this game a good educational opportunity? What do you think?
Yes, it is. This game can be super fun, but it also can educate you and like inspire you to read more Shakespeare. It has a lot of references and Shakespeare stuff in it, so. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So many different references, and if you see a card and you're like, that's a really cool card, I wonder what that means, might make you think about going and picking up a Shakespeare play and reading more about it. There's also all kinds of little Shakespeare quotes at the bottom of every single card. Very, very cool.
We have played this game so many times, trying it out and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Is it fun if you play over and over again?
Yes, I think so, don't you?
Yes.
Now, there's some games that get boring when you play them 2 or 3 or 4 times. They're fun the first time, but then you're like, okay, I think I've done everything there is to do in this. I still don't think I've done even a tenth of what there is to do in this game. What do you think?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And like you said earlier, it's like one game can be all about marrying, and the next all about killing and stuff like that.
And the next one full of magic and fairies, and the next one full of clowns putting on performances.
Yes.
And there's sometimes when like somebody sneaks up on you and something happens that you didn't expect at all. There's lots of that sort of thing. Plus, different characters have different specialities, right? And so there's some characters who have special abilities, and maybe you'll play 30, 40 times and you won't get around to unlocking that one particular character, and then all of a sudden you do, and you're really excited because you're like, oh yes, I finally unlocked that character, and I finally got that special power. So speaking of characters with all these cool powers, tell me a little bit more about who your favorite characters are that we put into this game.
Well, I really like some of the characters from As You Like It. I like Orlando and Rosalind, but
And Touchstone.
And Touchstone, yes. Macbeth is really powerful though. If you give him the hero sword, he's like invincible if you unlock him Acts 1 through 4. So it's like he can just like kill off everybody and stuff.
Yes.
He's very good.
He is a very good character. And yeah, you mentioned their unlock powers. Now, not all the characters, but some of the characters have these special unlock abilities, where if you play a To Thine Own Self Be True card on the character, they get extra special abilities. And those special abilities connect to the way the characters work in the plays themselves, right?
Yes.
So you mentioned Macbeth, who in the play, the witches give him this charm where he thinks he can't be hurt by anybody. And so for the first 4 acts, he does all these awful things, and he thinks he's invincible, right? And the same thing happens in the game.
Yes.
If you unlock his power, you can't hurt him until Act 5, and then all of a sudden you can hurt him again. Yeah. Or like with Hamlet, his unlocked power makes him weaker for the first 4 acts because it weakens his attack. He doesn't really because he keeps not attacking. But then at the end, if he's poisoned and unlocked, in Act 5, he can kill people basically for free. And it took me so long to actually pull off that, but we did in the last game, and it was really, really fun. Yeah, what are some of your other characters? You said in Macbeth, he's super powerful. What else?
Yes. I like Titania a lot. She's magical, so.
Yes, and she's a great card to have because her unlock power is to be able to summon fairies from the deck. So basically, for an action, you can pull a fairy out of the deck, and that makes it a whole lot easier to do magic things because Titania has her little entourage of fairies in the play, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about unlock powers, but there's also classes, right?
Yeah.
What's the difference between unlock powers and classes? And how does that connect to the world of Shakespeare, you think?
So unlock powers, it's like, for only some characters have it, it's like special thing, kind of what happens in their story. Classes are like, there's clowns in Shakespeare, they're clowns, and so like we have a clown class for all the characters in Shakespeare who were clowns, and they have like, we have a special ability for each class as well. Okay,
yeah, and those classes are kind of the types of characters that you see over and over and over again in Shakespeare.
Yes.
This game is so much fun. I have had a blast playing it with you. I've had a blast creating it with you. and we've had a whole lot of fun, and we're really excited to share it with everybody. So we hope that you will go over and visit my Patreon if you'd like to support us and help us to create this game. We're super excited for other Shakespeare fans and just people who like strategy games to check this out and try out our game. So please go over to my Patreon and check that out. Or if you'd like to go learn more about Shakespeare, there's also loads and loads of videos on my YouTube channel, and also resources on Patreon to help you with that. And you can enjoy Shakespeare as much as we do, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.